fresh like the morning. Mouth wide open like they yawning. Every time they see me, they in G-Shock. Homie, this is too far. Homie, I feel too alive. You can see me like Illuminati. You can see me like
Hello, welcome to AI Factory. What if I told you the AI video industry just got a new king, and the model that beat DreamIna SeeDance 2.0 and Kling is not OpenAI, not Google, no launch event, no website, just a name, Happy Horse. In April 2026, this unknown model appeared on Artificial Analysis and instantly ranked #1 in the world. Not a close win. A massive gap. CLO score, text to video, 1,374, while the second place model, SeeDance, only has 1,273. That's a gap of 101 points. What does that actually mean? The difference between rank number 2 and number 10 combined is still smaller than this gap. Let's put that into perspective. Kling AI is ranked number 4, 1,242. And VO3, which many people use, is only ranked number 10, 1,221. So what does this tell us? It's not just leading, it's dominating the entire field. Now let's look at image-to-video scores. Number 1, Happy Horse, 1,410. Number 2, SeeDance, 1,356. Number 3, Grok, 1,332. Number 5, Kling 3, 1,298, and VO3 comes in at number 9. Now for text-to-video with audio. Number 1, Happy Horse 1.0, 1,222. Number 2, SeeDance, 1,222, basically tied. Number 4, Kling 3.0, 1,108. Number 6, VO3. So across all major categories, Happy Horse is consistently at the top, and in some cases far ahead. Why it's so good? In blind user evaluations, Happy Horse performs strongly across multiple dimensions: visual consistency, motion naturalness, character expression, lighting realism, overall visual appeal. It also ranks highly in scene detail richness. Beyond its strong visual performance, it has core major advantages. First, native audio-video generation. It can generate video and audio together, with lip-sync quality reaching industry-leading levels. Second, native multilingual support. Supports Chinese, English, Japanese, Korean, German, French. Third, 15B, parameter unified 40-layer self-attention transformer with sandwich design. Fourth, DMD, 2 distillation, only 8 denoising steps, no CFG needed. Last, blazing fast inference, 38 seconds for 1080p on a single H100. Clearly, this team is highly capable and most likely comes from a strong technical background. On April 8, 2026, by an anonymous independent lab called Happy Horse AI, it was released without direct affiliation to any major tech company. Looking at this, the mystery level is off the charts. As for the team's background, there are no official details yet, and just as people were still guessing who built it, the reveal dropped. It appears to be tied to Alibaba Group, a major player in China's AI race, and it might be open source. In China's highly competitive AI landscape, Alibaba Group has been rapidly expanding its AI ecosystem, including its flagship Qwen large language model and chatbot applications. Although Alibaba has previously released AI model series with video generation capabilities, none have attracted as much attention or achieved such high rankings in such a short time as Happy Horse. A quick warning, there are already many unofficial Happy Horse websites online, so be careful and verify sources. What makes it special? Most AI video tools create silent clips first and add audio later, but Happy Horse produces video plus sound in a single generation pass. Native audio plus video. One prompt, full video plus sound. No pipeline, no stitching. Motion and consistency. Smooth movement. No character break. Cinematic transitions. It has much stronger motion consistency. Characters move naturally. Lighting transitions smoothly. Scenes feel more cinematic. Multi-shot storytelling. It generates scenes like a movie. Walk, cut, close-up action. Automatically. For example, take this shot. A person walks toward the camera with very smooth motion, and the background remains stable throughout. Then it cuts to a puddle on the ground, followed by the step. The foot placement feels accurate, and the sound design is fairly realistic. It does lean slightly toward a cinematic, somewhat exaggerated style, but overall, it looks quite solid. Watching this shot, it's honestly hard to believe this was generated by AI. The scene is captured with a highly cinematic approach, focusing on the most subtle changes in facial expression. From the natural texture of the skin, to the fine details of aging, wrinkles, and imperfections, everything feels remarkably authentic. You see the chef lift a spoonful of soup and taste it, and then a sequence of delicate reactions unfolds. The slight movement of the lips, the act of swallowing, and the subtle shift in the eyes. Every detail flows naturally with clear emotional layering. The final result feels like a high-end cinematic close-up, sharp, lifelike, and genuinely impressive. Can generate much longer videos than before. It's incredibly fast. On an H100 GPU, a 5-second 1080p video can be generated in about 38 seconds. Is it better than SeeDance? Happy Horse preserves realistic facial textures on close-up, while the competitor produces overly smooth skin that breaks the realism. Happy Horse delivers dynamic multi-person motion with camera flashes, while the competitor shows a static wide shot lacking the energy described in the prompt. Happy Horse captures the full-body walking cycle with realistic foot contact and cinematic wide shot, while the competitor resorts to a static close-up. Let's take a look at some side-by-side test results. Using the same prompt, we compare outputs from Happy Horse 1.0 and SeeDance 2.0. You can clearly notice the level of detail is impressive, the visuals are sharp, and the motion feels smooth and natural. What really stands out is its multi-shot capability, with transitions that feel cohesive and well-structured. Now take a look at this blooming flower sequence. The level of realism here is truly impressive. It feels like a time-lapse captured by a photographer over hours or even days, compressing the entire life cycle of a pink peony, from bud to full bloom and eventually to withering, into just a few seconds. The transition is incredibly delicate and layered, creating a visual experience that feels both dazzling, like fireworks, and deeply calming at the same time. It's not only visually captivating, but also carries educational value. What really stands out is the natural lighting progression and the soft, organic texture of the petals, all of which come together to deliver a cinematic quality result. This is a close-up shot focused on facial expression. The emotional progression is incredibly nuanced. It starts with the eyes gently closed, then slowly transitions into sadness, and finally builds into a look of pain mixed with vulnerability. The shift unfolds step by step, layered and expressive, almost like it's telling a story on its own. Even the tears on the face feel strikingly real, making it easy to connect with the emotion. By the end, you can't help but wonder, what happened to her? Now let's take a look at this basketball example. This is actually a much harder test than it seems, because what's being tested here is realistic physics and motion speed. Watching the clip, it does feel slightly like slow motion. The level of detail is very strong, and character consistency is well maintained, especially after the ball hits the ground. Those same 6 people are still there, unchanged, with no visual breakdown. The net physics are also handled pretty well. Now moving on to a more tech-focused scene. You can notice in some moments that the AI seems a bit uncertain when handling audio. In this area, SeeDance 2.0 still has a slight edge. That said, the human subject remains completely stable, with no distortion, and overall it still looks very believable. If I showed you this clip, you'd probably assume it's from a wildlife documentary. But in reality, it's entirely generated by AI. The video realistically captures a bat in motion, from turning its head and preparing to move, to spreading its wings and taking flight. Every movement flows naturally, with smooth transitions between each action. What really stands out is the motion of the wings. The up and down rhythm and in-flight dynamics feel incredibly lifelike. Overall, it's so convincing. It could easily pass as a professionally produced nature documentary. The camera tracks the ball throughout its entire bouncing path, with sound effects evolving alongside each impact. It starts with a heavy drop onto the first step, and as the ball continues falling, its bounce height gradually decreases and the rhythm slows down. When it lands on the carpet, the sound becomes noticeably softer and more muted. Then, as it hits the hard floor, the sound sharpens again, and the bounce height increases accordingly. From there, the ball jumps onto a mat, bounces off the wall, lands on a toilet lid, and finally drops into the water. The sequence does an excellent job of recreating a real physical principle, how different surface materials affect both bounce height and sound. There is a small flaw, though. The bounce off the mat is slightly higher than it should be, but it's a very minor issue and easy to overlook. Overall, this example strongly demonstrates how powerful Happy Horse is when it comes to video generation. As for the official website and open source download links, there's still no confirmed information from the developers yet, so keep an eye on future updates, and I'll also be tracking everything closely on this channel, so make sure you're subscribed. Once it becomes available, I'll test it locally as soon as possible and put together a full deployment tutorial for you. Now, let's get into what everyone really wants to know. How much VRAM do you actually need to run HappyHorse 1.0 locally? Let's start with the model itself. According to the official specs, HappyHorse has 15 billion parameters and uses a 40-layer single-stream transformer architecture. After FP8 quantization, the model weights take up roughly 15 gigabytes of VRAM. When you factor in additional components like KV cache for inference audio processing modules, the base VRAM usage comes out to around 26 to 28 gigabytes. So the next key question is, how much additional VRAM is required during video generation? Let's estimate the requirements using a standard setup. 1080p, 24 FPS with audio. Each frame takes roughly 120 to 140 megabytes of VRAM, and since there are 24 frames per second, that's about 2.9 to 3.4 gigabytes per second. So for different video lengths, 5 seconds, 15 to 17 gigabytes, 10 seconds, 30 to 34 gigabytes, 12 seconds, 36 to 41 gigabytes, 15 seconds, 45 to 51 gigabytes, but that's just the generation cost. When you add the base model usage, 26 to 28 gigabytes, the total VRAM requirements become 5 seconds, 41 to 45 gigabytes, requires 48 GB GPU, 10 seconds, 56 to 62 gigabytes, 12 seconds, 62 to 69 gigabyte, recommended 72 gigabytes GPU, 15 seconds, 71 to 79 gigabytes, requires 80 GB plus GPU. Key takeaway, 48 gigabytes VRAM is the minimum usable setup. 72 gigabytes VRAM is ideal for production-level workloads, 10S plus. GPUs below 48 gigabytes are not recommended due to high memory risk. As for generation time, there's no official benchmark yet. But based on estimates, on a single 96 gigabytes GPU, generating a 12 to 15 second video should take around 60 to 75 seconds. At this point, you should have a clear idea of the hardware requirements needed to run HappyHorse 1.0 locally. That's pretty much everything we have on HappyHorse 1.0 for today. So what's next? How will this model evolve and how will SeeDance 2.0 respond? We'll have to wait and see. But no matter what happens, the emergence of a new dark horse in AI video generation is great news for creators. Because competition drives faster innovation. Instead of wasting time waiting in long queues, we should focus on what really matters, creating better content with AI. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.